Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping on in. Can't look at you because I'm on the road. Was at the Final Four and went to see my team, UCLA. Interesting story about UCLA, the coaching staff that's in the Final Four. One of the assistants heard of me from her friend who was a head coach at Western Michigan University, and the head coach at WMU started following me on Twitter. We connected. She brought me in to work with her team, and then she told other coaches about me, one of which was the assistant at UCLA. And they brought me in their first season to speak to the team, work with the team. Then they brought me in again the next season, I think. And then I think maybe the third season or something like that, I got hired by the NBA, so I could no longer work with the team. And so I didn't work with the team after that. But I've always kept in touch with the coaches. And so I came out to support. And that's something right there I want to say too. Like, we don't really support. Like, we'll watch people, we'll look somebody in their mouth all the time. And one thing about black people is we do not like to support. That ticket tonight cost me $800. $800. You hear me? I just paid $70 to park. I was just talking to the Lord. I was like, Lord, I spend like $1 billion now, so you must got some more for me in store. Cause I don't be keeping up with it. But so I went out to support, and I say that, we got that what has changed my life, supporting, because it creates an abundant mindset, create abundance in your mind. And a lot of people don't understand what an abundant mindset can do for you. We just don't get it. People just don't get it. And that's why I tell you, that's the secret with me. And another lesson I learned, because my team, we done played about 8 games or something like that. And we've only lost 1 game, but that 1 game we lost was a very stacked team, very powerful team. And after we lost, it was some people came up to me like, man, Tony, you need to hire a coach. You need to get a coach. And I'm like, sometimes you just outmatched. It ain't got nothing to do with coaching. Sometimes you just outmatched. And tonight, UCLA lost by, I think it was like 30 something points. Maybe 34 points. And it's like, their coaching staff have been coaching for like 2-3 decades. But it just outmatched. You versing a team that your best player, they got 7 of them. And so any player get open, they knocking down the shot. And so as good of a coach as the UCLA coaching staff is, it just was the other team had a lot of 5-star players. And it's just hard to match up. And that's a thing, that's also a life lesson, is that sometimes you have to take a loss to get the lesson. A lot of times we don't want to lose. We never want to lose. But whenever we got to lose, we got to understand that it's a lesson in it. God writing a story. He writing a story. And so we got to think about that. Think about that. Process that. And that's what it's going to take. That is what it's going to take. So I want you to realize and understand that everything in life, you got to pull a lesson from it. everything you experience. Take a lesson from it and live to the fullest. Now, I ain't necessarily have the money, because I'm donating thousands and thousands to the boys program. But guess what? One of the boys in my program randomly texted me tonight. Randomly texted me and said, "Coach, thanks again for everything." I'm like, wow. Brought tears to my eyes. I'm just like, wow. Just calling their horn. I wonder if somebody cutting them off. Well, they ain't got nothing to do with me now. I got somebody was cutting them off. And that is what means everything. So I want to say thank you to you if you have donated to support the boys program. The link is in the description. If you have donated, I'm giving you a heartfelt thank you, because the thank you he gave me is your thank you. That's your thank you because of your support, because of what you felt in your heart. And I'm on this right here, and I know we do the pop balloon and we have us a good old time analyzing and all of that, but at the same time with that right there candy, we got to have medicine. And with the medicine, we got to be learning and growing. And we got to still be taking life serious and focusing on the things in life we got to be focusing on, so that we growing. So that we learning and we growing. Because tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. And speaking of tomorrow not being promised, do you have life insurance? Click the link in the description, especially if you got kids. And even if you got kids, do you got a niece or a nephew that need to be set up, that could create generational wealth in your family line? That's another thing that we have to get out of, that scarcity mindset. We got to get out of that poor mentality. That mentality of just doing the same old that we done always been doing. And we got to start stretching. We got to start growing. We got to start doing more. Got to start going to that next level. Got to. Because that's what it's going to require. That we stretch, that we do something different. And it's been such a blessing. Today we had a lot of calls. I think we had 8 calls. And it's been such a blessing. We had 10, 2 people missed it. And I guess they don't check their email too often. Not everybody. And listen, when you click and use the form, y'all stop acting scary. It's like only I could put a link in the description. I'm the one calling you. Y'all putting fake phone numbers and your 19th email that sent everything to spam. It's like, what you filling the form out for? Like, stop being so scary. Like, the Bible say God has not given us the spirit of fear, but a love, power, and a sound mind. And then I'm calling people on my leads list who need insurance. People think it's AI. Listen, the people think it's AI. Tony, I can't believe it. I ain't answered because I thought it was fake. I thought it was AI. Listen, I sent you a video of my face talking. Some people ain't get the video, so I'm gonna be calling y'all. When y'all click on there that you need insurance, I'm calling you. And then I'm setting up the meeting, setting up the appointment with you. But I want to let you know it's me calling you. And yeah, we can't talk all day now, but it's me calling you. And let me tell you the lesson right there. Humility. Humility. That's what a lot of people don't understand. See, life got lessons to it. And it's things that you string together that's blessings. You got to string this together. Think about it. I'm finna get my brother. I'm gonna get my brother RC Blades to join my insurance. Come on with me. But think about that now. Here we is. Tell my brother to give me a call. Here we is online. And when you're online and you have hundreds of thousands or millions of people think you're a celebrity. People think you're a celebrity. People think you're special. And when you call somebody for a business that you running, and I'll be honest with you, I might always make that initial call. Somebody might be done already call you, but if they did, just tell me, hey, I already heard from somebody from your team. But I'm still call you because you coming to my company for life insurance. So I'm gonna call you, and I'm gonna start taking whole days just calling people on the list. It take me a while. I don't know, only call by 10 people. It's been some days. It take me a while, but I'm gonna take a whole day one day, just be calling people. I might be calling on the Lord's Day, and just pray for you in my head. And so, let me tell you something. That's humility. And I'm describing it now. I ain't calling it that, and it's like I want to do that. I want to do that because, for one, I want to help you. But you know why I do that? Because you could touch the hem of Jesus' garment. The lady with the issue of blood got close enough to Jesus to tug on his garment when he said, who touched me? Peter say, maybe it was Peter or one of them, Peter or Simon or somebody. What you mean, who touched you? It's all kind of people touching you. What do you mean? He said, no, something left me. That was a different kind of touch. So if Jesus Christ, and that's where the church has gone wrong, is so many pastors want to be rock stars. Can you touch at the church? Can you go up and touch T.D. Jakes? Can you touch Mike Todd? Can you touch Jamal Bryant? No, 9 out of 10 times you can't. They got more armor bearers than the NFL team got players. And it be like, my goodness. I remember when T.D. Jakes preached a sermon at MegaFest years ago. I spoke at MegaFest, probably was 2015, 2016. And he say, you want to be big, but little got you. That was what he said. You got 26 members and 12 of them armor bearers. Now I don't stamp everything T.D. Jakes say. And in the middle of his sermon, before he got finished preaching, Jamal Bryant and his entourage got up and walked out. I think he thought T.D. Jakes was preaching to him because he had an entourage. He got up and walked out. I was like, how you gonna walk out in the middle of the service? He spoke to me. He spoke to me. He knew exactly who I was. He knew exactly who I was. And so, but that's the thing. A lot of pastors want to be rock stars. And see, as Christians, that's why my insurance agency is called 1322 Agency. It's based on a Bible scripture. And I was riding, I said, Lord, give me a name, Lord. Give me a name. And the Lord gave me that. And the LLC in the state of Florida was available. Had nobody else thought of it. Out of all the insurance agents in the state of Florida, had nobody else thought of it. Come on now. You know that's God. I went and got 1322agency.com. Out of all the insurance agencies in the country, come on now. This insurance agency is God breathed. Anybody you got insurance with, you need to be looking, comparing. You need to be coming over here comparing and see. I ain't knocking who you with now. We even do rollovers. You need to roll over from that 401k IRA or whatever, we do rollovers. Need to at least come compare and see, hey, what's better? Am I in the best? If you're in the best situation, God bless you, keep your head up. Scratch your booty, get glad. But you might not be in the best situation. So you need the wisdom in a multitude of counsel. Come on, get this counsel. See, check on that rollover. Cause listen, with the way the economy going right now, with the way Trump doing this, there goes another lesson. Your racism came to bite you in the butt. A lot of people voted for Trump because they're racist. A lot of them are just so happy about getting rid of immigrants. Yes, get them up out of here. Now your economy crashing. Now your economy crashing. And it's like, hey, that happens. That happens. It might not be the wrong thing to do, might not last a long time, but I know don't nobody like to see it happen. And guess what? There's a lot of people who got a lot of money on the market who voted Trump in, but they ain't happy right now. And look what Warren Buffett did. They be talking to that man. They must have talked to him about them tariffs. He must have knew them tariffs was coming and Trump was finna tank that market, because he just took another $1 billion off of Bank of America, out of Bank of America stock not long ago. Imagine had he had that billion on there, that 980 million on there, and it tanked. How long if it tanked 10%, he lose 98 million. 20%, he lose 200 million. 30%, you see what I'm saying? 300 million. 40%, which it could go 40%, 400 million. You know how long it take to accumulate that 400 million back? That's why he's taking that money off that market. And so think about this thing. It's a lesson in everything. And we're in a season of getting the lesson. You have to get the lesson before you get the blessing. I tweeted that a long time ago. Steve Harvey and his producers follow me on Twitter. They stole it and gave it to him as one of his little minute of wisdom at the end of his Steve Harvey show. I say, my goodness, these folks quote me verbatim. My good, Dr. Phil did the same thing. I say, my goodness, but these boys use my quote verbatim. I said, Lord, I need you to let me make it so I can use my own stuff and let it go viral. These men stealing from me, stealing from the Lord, servant of the Lord. And so listen, it's a lesson in it. You got to get the lesson. And so we pushing. Like, yes, I want you to find love. I met a lady tonight. Single, you know, she was married, went through a divorce, and single, moved to Tampa for work, and she's successful. And she said she meet men sometime, and they be intimidated by the success. And we gonna find something. We gonna figure out something. Maybe when I get the time and the space and the energy, I'll get me a podcast. We have to figure out something about this incel crisis, about the relationship situation. Something got to give, because I get tired of meeting successful, smart women who are single. It's just a shame. And then to meet men who single, it's like, all right, now y'all got to find a way to come together. The woman single, the man single, come on together. Come on now. And see, listen, me and my boy Caleb supposed to be filming Louder Than Words, but my schedule has been so crazy. It's 12:30 a.m. and this time I got to film. And I got to film while I'm driving. That's how my schedule been. So right now, y'all, I'm building, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm building to 100 million over the next 10 years for the kingdom to do God's work. And if the Lord let me get to 100 million, you know what the Lord said? Oh my goodness, I'm getting chills in my face right now. What the Lord just said to me. He said, I gave you this vehicle of this insurance business so that you can go up to 100 million so you could stop begging. So you can stop begging bitter-hearted people. Because guess what? I got the connection. Somebody say, Tony, why don't you know millionaires? Why don't you talk to millionaires? Because the millionaires are stingy. The Bible say it's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of the needle. Talking about the arch of the city now. Because I used to literally thought it was talking about that little hole on the needle that you sew with. I'm like, Lord, how a camel finna fit through that little old hole on the needle that you sew with? I'm like, now that is what? I'm like, a camel fitting through that little old bitty hole on that needle? And then my daddy told me, they said, no, it's this little arch at the city or whatever, going into the city. The eye of the needle than it is for a rich man to enter in the kingdom of heaven. I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna be a rich man and I'm getting into heaven. He say it's easier now. He didn't say it's impossible. So, cause I look around and I don't see a black billionaire that's a Christian. So I'm finna be a Christian black. And if they is a Christian, they don't give God no glory, honor, and praise. They don't have a clean mouth. They be using profanity. So I'm finna represent something different. And yes, you're gonna see me on a private jet every now and then if the Lord give me peace about it and tell me this plane ain't going down. But we lost Miles Monroe on a plane. And that was, you know, said to be a man of God. And we lost him on the plane. So yeah, I ain't getting up there unless the Lord give me peace about that thing. I'll fly first class. And so, yes, you're gonna see me on a private jet. Yes, you're gonna see me on a yacht. But guess what? I worked for it. I bust my behind. I studied the ant like the Bible say. I ain't do too much folding of the arms like the Bible tell us not to do. I worked for it. And that's why I try to tell y'all, you do not sit back and watch me be blessed and highly favored when I'm sharing the opportunity with you. But you got to do the work. You got to stop just talking about it. Come on and join the agency. The link is in the description where it say you want to become an insurance agent. We got a call Monday night, April 7th at 8 p.m. Come on there. Learn about it. Join us. It take you 3 days to go through the videos and the quizzes. Then go take your test. Get your license. If you already had your life and health, then get it renewed. Get it back. And let's go on hit, because guess what? The 1%. The 1%. We got, so let's say this video get 5,000 views. 1% will be 50 people. Because 5,500. 1% will be 50 people. So we ought to have 50 people sign up to be an agent. And the initial sign up is only $100. Then the study material, $30. $130 to go make millions. Helping your friends and family. I talked to a young lady today, and she live in somewhere in Wisconsin. And she was telling me, like, nobody she know got life insurance. I say, well, you need to help them, because why are you helping them? It also bless you, because the insurer blesses you. Because the insurer says, listen, we don't live in your neighborhood. We don't have access to these people that you live by. We wouldn't have been able to get them a policy. So because you went and got your license and you fully, you know, you fully equipped and trained by this here stuff, we're gonna give you X amount of dollars on the commission based on your company structure. And we're gonna do that. And so you finna start almost more than double anybody else commission with my company. You finna almost more than double. I talked to one company where they was trying to start me at. The company I'm with, Blew them out the water, man. And so listen to me. You got to invest in you. It's time to take action, because if all you doing is listening to me bump my gums, guess what you're going to be? Jealous. You're going to be jealous when you see the Lord blessing my actions, because I'm taking action. And I've been trying to tell it to people, and they don't want to listen. They don't want to. They want what I have, but they don't want to do the work. And when I'm talking about the people who from where I'm from, they want what I have, but they don't want to do the work that I'm willing to do. I remember a guy told me, he said, I don't see you getting your license. Well, you must don't see me. You must don't know me. People, I don't see you writing policy. You must don't know me. I do it all, man. I do it all. I'm a real go-getter, man. I do it all. And that's what I want you to realize. Like, don't nothing. My son was giving his speech at his signing, and he said, you know, my dad is always doing something new, and it's always inspiring me to just show me I could do anything I put my mind to. I was already crying, so he ain't need to make me cry. I was crying off the air condition blowing. I'm just like, just listen to the air condition hum and think about my son graduating had me in tears. It sounded like the air condition was giving a speech. And so, because guess what my son just saw me do? He just saw me start Tony Gaskins Elite, which go on Instagram at Tony Gaskins Elite, and look at my boys. My boys is the most viral, thanks to your support. If you hit the donate button, if you did not hit the donate button, that's why your life where it's at. Hate in your blood. You got to get the hate out your blood. You can't, this ain't about tithes and offering. This ain't about twisting your arm to give tithes and offering. And so we out here helping the children. Go look at the page. One of my players just got posted on a page, his dunk. One player threw the ball in the air. Alley-oop, what we call it, through the lob or the alley, whichever one you call it. The other player jumped up in the air, caught the ball, took the ball through his legs, then dunked it. All in the air. I ain't even know it was called the East Bay, but they call it the East Bay. Then dunked it now. A page with 52 million followers just posted that young man. That young man is in the 9th grade. And other several pages with 1 million plus followers posted that young man. And guess what team he on? TGE, Tony Gaskins Elite. And guess who support him? The Blessed Tribe. So guess what? One day, these young men gonna be in the NBA, and I'm gonna say, you know what? That season that really blew you up to a whole nother stratosphere, that season right now, it was supported by my supporters, my YouTube supporters. You in the NBA today partly because of the support of that summer. And so on Friday, April 11th, we fly to Kansas City. I'm taking young men. Some of these young men have never been on a plane. I'm taking young men from Florida, from Tampa, Florida, to Kansas City, Missouri. All expense paid. And even if I got to come up, I told my wife today. So right now, we doing a 70% off sale as a fundraiser. I ain't just asking you, hey, donate. I'm giving you courses that could change your life. Go over to Tony Gaskins, type in Friday 70. Don't type in Friday 70. I think that's what it's called. Friday 70. Get your 70% off all the courses. I told my wife, I said, baby, doing this to go towards this here trip, because we still got to book more flights and hotels. But listen, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I know it's gonna happen because I know God. And guess what? I go to the game today. I didn't want to go. I I wanted to be scarcity minded, but I said I got to support. I say because the coach, when they won that last game, the coach got with another coach, took a picture, and texted to me and say, "We'll see you in Tampa." And I say, I got to go to the game because if they text me personally that they coming to Tampa for Final Four, they in the Final Four, I got to go to the game. So I take and my wife ain't got now a car in the garage, so now both of the cars that be in the garage is in the driveway. So I take and my wife get me a ticket. And I go. And while I'm there, I meet the lady who works in corporate. She works in corporate. Her job asked her to relocate from Atlanta to Tampa. And the reason why I meet her, because she had 2 chargers. And the charger wasn't working on her phone. So she come up to me and she said, "Can you put this other charger in your phone and see if it worked? Because this not working for my phone." So I put it in my phone and it worked. So then she put hers in and she hadn't turned the power on. So I turned the power on for her and it started working as well. And then she saw somebody she know and she said, "Can I trust you with my phone?" Which was a bold, I mean, what can I do with a phone? But she walked off and went to talk to somebody and I stood there in 5-10 minutes guarding the phone. I said, am I on a game show? Like they trying to see what I'm gonna do? And I ain't do nothing. And then she came back and she just stood there and was talking to me. And it was a lot of space all over the place, but I think because, you know, being a black man, I'm standing there by myself. She a sister. And she came up and just was talking. And so she talking and I was telling her about my boys program, and she say, if you have any boys on that program that is like financially need financial assistance, I love to sponsor a child. I love to sponsor a child. And so I said, wow. I said, I just spent $3,700 on one of the boys this week. And she said, okay. And she gave me her number. Now listen, me getting out my comfort zone, going to the game by myself again, because I went to the NCAA men's in North Carolina by myself. Me going to the game by myself. And then I met my WNBA. I met a lot of my WNBA supporters online. And I meet this lady who say she want to sponsor one of the boys. And I'm going to call her now. I'm going to show enough call her probably Monday. Hey, how you doing, sister? Yo, met you at the gate. Said you want to sponsor one of these boys? Yes, ma'am. I so need that support. See, now we going in the season into doing what's bigger than us. We got to do what's bigger than us. But hey, y'all done made it home. My wife told me she was going to sleep till I get home. So I'm going to go and get on out this here car. Get on in here so I can go in here and see my baby. Listen, every video, all Lord willing, all the important links is in the description. If it's not in there, go to the video I posted before this and it should be in there. But all the important links is in there. And on my insurance agency, I'm only building up to 200 recruits because it may only be 10% that actually get their license. So I got to have a decent amount of recruits so we get the license. And then once we get, you know, 10 or so licensed people, then we gonna go and get rolling. Right now, I don't know if we got maybe 2. So it's still early for you. So go on, click the link, join the agency. But in order to join the agency now, I want you to get life insurance. You can't be out here telling people, even if it's a small policy, You can't be out here telling people, oh, you need life insurance, and you out here riding dirty, living dirty. But hey, this Tony Gaffin, God bless you. And y'all be expecting my phone call if you're on the need insurance list. And then for the DeBia insurance, we're gonna be doing group trainings on that one on Monday nights. But God bless you, and we'll talk soon.